There we go. I think we're good now. There we go.
Cool.
Okay, so this is what a person sees, but we're going to back up here. Let's start from the very beginning. When you join iPass 2, and for those of you that are on this site, you should have gone to ipass2free.com by clicking the button down below, or somebody referred you there. That's how you're going to get iPass free for 30 days. And I'm going to go through that, what you're actually going to get here in just a minute, all right? So down below, you're going to be able to click that button. If you haven't, make sure you do that at some point tonight so you can get iPass 2 for free for the first 30 days and get yourself into the system and set up. Plus, it's going to give you early access to what I'm showing you here. So when somebody comes into your business, let's just say we launch, we're all launched, you got everything, you got this new business, what's going to happen is you're going to start sending people through a process. This is a process that we've constantly been testing, that we found to be the best way to get buyers the fastest and to change the success rate to this industry. And it starts with a presentation that looks just like this. Obviously, there'll be a video here. And a misconception online is a lot of times you join a business, you guys know what I'm talking about, you join a business and you send traffic to a capture page, right? And that capture page captures emails. And maybe 30% of those people put in their name and email address. But you know what's happening is people are smart. They're smoke screening you by putting fake information in that capture page. So you're really not getting 30%. You're getting maybe more like 15 to 25% of those people are actually putting in real information. So quality prospects are never even entering your offer, going to your sales page. So we knew that, and so that barrier of entry we fixed by combining the capture page and the offer together as one. So when you send traffic to your iPass 2 page, it looks just like this. I'll have a video of myself or Adam. We have a couple versions that we'll be using. This presentation will sell a trial to iPass. So people can try iPass for $7 or $1, depending on which, and at that point, somebody can actually get in the system for a very low cost amount of money. And what is that? That's the small one we're talking about here. So what happens is you send traffic here, they put in their email address to get started, and then it goes ahead and pops this down right here where they put in their information. Okay, they just create an account. Now some people might back out here, but that's okay because you're actually building a list and you're building a lead here just by them going halfway. So you're not actually losing them on a page prior to this. This is the sales presentation, and even if they only fill out this partially and don't buy, you're still getting a really good lead out of the deal. Okay, but 100% of your traffic is actually seeing this. That is huge, you guys. It fixes a huge gap in the industry. So after they do that, they go ahead and put in their billing address, their credit card option, etc., and then they go ahead and submit that information. Okay, this is kind of what it looks like here. All right, there's their billing address. Actually, we'll go back one. There it is. So what happens is they go ahead and purchase this for $7, and that brings them right into iPass as a trial member for $7. Why is that important? Because now all of those trial people get to see the system and try it for themselves for 7 days. This is a big deal because before what would happen is you'd send people to a capture page, maybe 30% would put in their information, then they'd have to watch a sales presentation to pay $7, and then once they paid $7, they'd have to watch another presentation to actually buy the system. So there was 2 barriers to entry. So we fixed all that by just saying, hey, try the system, check it out, and then once they're on the inside, that's where all the automation happens. So we wanted to do something that was so easy for people by saying, hey, all you got to do is get people to try the system. Send them to this page and get them to try this thing out. That's all you have to do. So the cool part about this is it's so easy to get people to pay $7 or $1 for a trial, and all those people are going to funnel right into this site right here. Okay? And here's where the magic happens, you guys. This is where all the logic and all the complicated stuff behind the scenes is going to allow you to not have to worry about selling and not have to worry about holding someone's hand and be able to sell that big ticket product for you. This is where a lot of people fall short because as you're going to learn when you go through this for yourself, that 60% of your income comes from those big dollar amounts that you sell. Now, we all know you can't sell $5 grand worth of stuff just on a site. All right, it's very difficult. People are smart. They don't trust that. But we built a system that actually allows you to do that, and I'm going to show you here. So when somebody actually pays for the trial, there will actually be a timer on the screen here. It'll say, okay, here's the remaining time for your 7 days. This is actually an activated account, but you'll be able to see a timer in the upper right-hand corner. What's going to happen is they're going to have to go through 5 videos. Actually, it's 6 plus the introduction. So these 5 videos are what's going to train them and educate them and why iPass is so powerful. You guys, there's nothing like this out there because this actually does the selling without selling. Okay? Now these other icons at the top will be locked. There'll be little lock icons on these. So the only thing they can do is go through each video as in the order that they're at. They won't be read. They'll all be grayed out until they finish each one. So they'll go through the introduction, they'll watch the video. As they go through the video, they can go ahead. We'll just hit play just so you guys can see it. Okay. They're not long, but they're very thorough when it comes to explaining what the system does.
My name is Chris Jones.
Okay, so you see Mark and I here. So some cool things about this system is they must complete each video and hit the next button before they can see the next part. That ensures us that people are being educated properly to be able to move forward through the system. You guys, our whole goal with this is to help you make money, and we can't do that if you skip steps or if you don't understand something. And as a prospect, we can't expect somebody to spend money if they don't understand why they need to spend the money or why they would need a product or two. So that's what this ensures that your business is going to do. So the introduction just does a simple introduction to the system, but here's where the cool stuff starts to happen. On the right-hand side, you're going to see this green button. This is where a person can actually fill out a game plan, and this actually goes to what we call a business coach. We combined high-tech and high-touch into an online system where there's never that been done before, and it's a complete in-house system programmed from scratch, and you'll see down below the video, in every video, you're going to see here's Jason Collins. He's one of our lead programmers. If I want to learn about him, I can click on his name and we could watch a video about Jason. I could have his phone number in there. We could even send him an instant message just like Facebook down here. So I could say, "Hi, Jason." Okay, so if he was logged in, he would actually see that message and we could chat back and forth, which is really cool. So again, this is a familiar circumstance that people are used to, just like Facebook. So as your prospects or you are going through these videos, you're like, wow, this sounds really great, but I have a question about this. You can go ahead and chat right with Jason in real time, just like Facebook. Or you can schedule an appointment to actually meet with Jason on any day of his choice that he's open. So he'll set his schedule, you'll put in the appointment, the phone number to contact, and you'll save that, and then Jason can get in contact with you. So for those of you that are iPass Black Card members, which you'll learn how to become, you get to use a personal coach that does all the selling and telling for you. You guys, this is really big because in my experience, I've had businesses where we've had call centers and sales reps that work for you, and gosh, they sell so well, but it's risky, it's hard to take quality control out of that. But this, you actually get to use a business coach who are going to help your prospects make money, but they also help sell for you. So when a sale happens and they sell a product, say for $2,000, you get paid for that. You don't have to make a commission or pay a commission on that. You get paid. This is really cool. So anyway, so this is the video, the introduction. You hit the check mark, you hit next, and that sends you to the second video, or the first part, and that is the success formula. This is where we actually break down how iPass works. And I'm not going to get into that tonight because I want you guys to all see this firsthand, but this is where we do all the telling of how this works and what makes it so unique. And it really will blow you away when you see the numbers and the math. We convert 10 times of any other system or platform out there, and I will back that up. So our conversions here are so strong. We can actually go see if Jason's online. Let's check and see if Jason's on. Are you there? Let's see if he's here. So what can happen is if Jason's online, he can actually message us back at any point in time during this video series. So the first step, second step, all the way through to the fifth step. If he's online, he can message us back. Otherwise, we can go ahead and schedule an appointment. So we'll go through this. We'll hit next. We'll go to the second video, which talks about the system and the engine. This is where we break down the different pieces of iPass, like the dashboard and the tracking. Again, remember, you guys, everything is here for you. You never have to go elsewhere for a service unless you want to add some things that we didn't put in here. And there's some things like autoresponders where we didn't need to have, but if you want to use that, they completely integrate just the same. All right, so the next video, we can go ahead, and the next one just talks about traffic. We show how we automate the traffic process, how we allow you to use our resources so you never have to rely on your skill to get people to your website. This is all done behind the scenes with our system. So we have all the resources there set up for you. The next video, once you finish that, your prospect will go through and learn about the products. Obviously, iPass is built to sell stuff. That's how you make money online. iPass is just the system to sell the hamburgers, right? It's the McDonald's to sell the French fries, all of that. Yes, I do have my sound on. I do not have, Adam's asking me if I have my sound on here.
Oh, I
don't have my speakers on, no.
Can you hear me or not?
Yeah, I hear you.
Oh, okay, cool. Yeah,
I don't want to interrupt you now. I was going to speak up before, but I just didn't know if you could actually hear me.
Oh, go ahead, buddy.
No, I was saying if you go back to you were talking about conversions, so I wanted to just
Yep.
pipe in and talk about the conversion rates a little bit and just back up your statement a little bit about the 10 times higher than anybody else. The thing that he's talking about is on the front end. Well, part of it is on the front end when you compound all the different things that we've done to increase conversions. It probably is about 10 times more than any other system. And go back to the pictures of the front end. I just want to explain a couple little things that make this a lot different that you didn't really talk. You just didn't really touch on it. So normally you'll see a sales funnel, and it'll be like 5 or 6 different pages for them to actually move through the sales funnel. So one of the things that we did here that you may not notice, but is we put everything on one page. So a thing that really increases conversions a lot is keeping the user on one page throughout the entire process. So as somebody goes through this process, they watch the video, they opt into the page, after the video to actually get started, and the sales process is on the same page. So it just slides right down. And another thing that actually increases conversions a lot on pages like this is having a multi-step process. So making people take little bite-sized chunks. So that's why we take people through the email opt-in first. Then we take them through the small account creation. We make them give us a little bit more information. And then we make them give us, basically their billing information. They've already made a lot of commitments by the time they get to the billing information. And that's why this specific sales funnel converts so well, is just because of the way it's laid out. And you wouldn't think that would make a big difference, but that actually can quadruple your conversions just by having a sales funnel that's laid out similar to this, where it keeps people on the same page and it gives them all the information they need. So if you look at the right-hand side, it kind of like, you'll notice that everything that they need to know to actually make the purchase and feel good about it is right in their face. So like if you look, it says 100% money back guarantee. It says your information is safe, secure checkout. If you need help, it tells them where to call so they can actually call somebody and get them live if they have a problem with their order. Privacy verified. So you can see all those things just make people feel better about a purchase. And that's something that you don't really see in the industry. A lot of people don't lay out their pages in a way that makes somebody feel good about the purchase and not have to consume a whole lot of information, because you'll lose people throughout the process. That's something that we've noticed. If you take people from page to page to page and try and get them to complete a bunch of steps on different pages, you'll lose people as you take them from page to page. So that's a big reason in what Chris is saying and why the conversions are so much higher, is just because of how the pages are laid out, and just the thinking that's gone into how the system is laid out is just second to none. The way that we take people through steps all the way through the system from the point where they become a lead all the way until they get through the success formula. When they go through the steps, everything is laid out in a step-by-step format. So it's like little tiny steps that people have to take. And I think that's an important thing to realize when you're looking at all this stuff, is that it's really designed to take people through little baby steps. And that's why it works so well.
Yep, absolutely. And that was a big part of figuring iPass out, is how do we create those baby steps to create those small wins very quickly. At this point, when they're through this formula here, they're a trial member, meaning they have 7 days to go through these videos, start using the system, start seeing those wins. So if we can accomplish that within 7 days, guess what? They're going to start paying the $47 a month for the system. It's such a low cost, and we over-deliver the value. But you guys, you make 50 to 70% commissions on that $47 a month. So it's really imperative that we knock this out of the park by creating those wins for you. So by the time people go through here, they learn the products and they get getting started. This is going to talk to them about getting their profit maximizers, and these are those products that I had mentioned that really allow you to have that new lifestyle, to really line your pockets with the big money. Now, yes, the $7 and the $47 per month, that's going to add up. In fact, you're going to make some really good money with that. We also have an upsell that's built in automatically. When somebody buys the trial, they get an offer for what's called our 6-figure shortcuts, which you guys get for free by joining down below at the button for through iPass 2 free. But that lines your pockets as well, because you make 50 to 70% commissions on that $97 upsell. But by the time they get through here, they're like, okay, the system is great. What Mark and I coined a term, and you're going to hear this a lot, whereas right now this is happening to you, right? If you're a prospect and you're going through these 5 steps, this is happening to you. You're learning about it. You're being sold other products. But guess what? Imagine and wait till it happens for you. When you turn this thing on and you start using it and you get your profit maximizers, it's going to start working for you. So that's what part 5 is. It actually talks about the different profit maximizer packages, and this is where we needed this thing to be so seamless, where people said, yes, Chris, I want to make up an over $2,000 per sale when this system does a sale for me. I want my coach to help sell a $2,000 product on my behalf, so I can just see those text messages coming in saying, hey, you just got paid $2,000. Hey, you just got paid $1,500. That's the automation, and that's what we wanted to have happen, and that's exactly what this does. You don't have to do the selling. In fact, if you're an iPass Black Card member, you're going to have your coach doing all the personal contact for you. Now, if you're not a Black Card member and you're not the premier level, you can actually put in your own information down here at the bottom. So if you want to put Meet Me, you can have your picture, your info, your phone number here, your bio, a video about you. So if you want to do your own selling, you can do that as well. You can have your own appointment system. It's all built in for you. Even the chat can be you if you wish it to be. Now, obviously, we have a lot. I think right now we're at about 20 to 25 personal coaches that are located all over the world that are going to help do the selling, and that are also users of the system, but they're going to help do the selling and telling for you. So this is one thing that will help enhance your conversions amongst educating them. As Adam said, we want to create the most seamless system possible where it just does all that work for you on your behalf, okay? So moving forward, this real quickly, what happens after somebody buys? So let's just say you're on your 7-day trial, you got your Profit Maximizer products by clicking here, which is all linked to you automatically. It goes to the setup wizard. The next thing that was so important was we needed the setup to be easy. We needed a new member to be able to get their business set up, start marketing, start making money within a matter of minutes. And that's what we did. So we have a few steps here, orientation, where they can actually connect their products, which are their profit maximizers, which for those of you that don't know, that's the Empower Network company. They can connect it within this by just go ahead and put in some information here. And then they connect their autoresponder, their email lists. There's a video that shows you how you get paid. We use an e-wallet system. It's very, very easy. We have a tax service within here, so all these steps are already provided for you. It's very, very fun. And so for those of you that want to use coaching, on step number 6, that's where you actually turn on your personal coach. So to use our coaches, you go ahead and just pay the monthly fee for that, and then you just hit this switch right here, and it turns on your coaching. So your coach will do the rest of the work for you. It's a flat fee of $97 per month for the coaching, and the reason we have that fee is because in the past, if you ever go to a call center or you try to hire a sales rep, you have to pay a commission in most cases. If they make a sale for you, 15 to 20% of that sale goes in their pocket. Okay? With our system, you just pay a flat fee, and we pay them a salary and train and educate them on your behalf. So if they're closing 5 or 6 sales a day for you, you never, ever have to pay more than $97 a month. That's it. So it's a very unique situation. We worked really hard on this, and our coaches. I'm actually going to bring up Anthony Williams here for just a second. Anthony, are you there?
I'm here. Let me see if you can hear me. Let me see if I unmute here. Hold on a second, Chris.
Yep, loud and clear.
Can you hear me? Okay, great. Well, let me say this to everyone out there. If you can hear me, if you're in earshot of this, this is something that we have been training for over the last 6 months. All of the coaches on this team, they are prepared and ready to go. This is something that we meet every week, 3 times a week. We get these coaches together, and we spend at least an hour to 2 hours every week, 3 times a week, training to getting prepared to help serve you and your new members as they come into this iPass 2 system. And let me say this, without a doubt, these are some of the most dedicated, most talented people that I could have ever assembled. I mean, these guys are world class. They've been going above and beyond. They've been monitoring some of the chat rooms. Some of you have had an opportunity to interact with them. But we want you to know that we are going to handle this with great integrity. Our coaches are well versed as far as how we're going to treat and handle your people. You never have to worry about your people being solicited or sold anything other than what we're doing here in the iPass system. And let me tell you, we are just head and shoulders above anything else that you could get as it relates to someone interacting with your person, showing him or her how to get to the next level to help maximize your profits, and also encourage them to do the same thing. So we want you to, after this presentation, is to get out there as quickly as you can, get as many people as you can, and invite them, because we're going to get your people to the iPass Black membership. Why is the iPass Black membership so heavily stated? Because that is where that person truly can experience the highest level of win in this system. We want them to profit as much as they can. We want you to profit as much as you can. And we want to have people fund, because right now there are a lot of frustrated marketers out there. There are a lot of people been reaching for straws trying to grab the right thing. But if many of you notice, we've been taking our time. A lot of you have been frustrated trying to get this. When is it going to launch? When is it going to launch? But we're here now. But not only are we here, we're here correctly. We're here prepared to take on this mission of helping each and every last one of you become successful and truly reach the goals that you want from this business. What you can anticipate right now, we're geared up to take 1,000 calls per day. So as we get started and launch, we're going to be ready to take 1,000 calls per day. We have enough people staffed for that right now. And once we get started, we can see the flow of traffic. We'll be able to adjust very quickly. So many of you out there have applied to be coaches. I want to say thank you. I appreciate you applying. And I don't want you to think that you may not get a chance, because as we expand, we're confident that this is going to grow quickly. So I will be calling upon some of you that have already applied to have an opportunity to be a part of the coaching staff. But I do want you to know it is not an easy process. So any of you out there have an opportunity to meet the coaches. It's not just a walk in the park. It's truly a business that we're looking for the right people to be able to do this. You have to be able to juggle your own personal business, your own affairs, your own life, but yet you have to have a dedication to this particular project, this particular venture. And it takes that right person with the right combination of your life, and everything has to be in the right place at the right time in order for you to do that. And that's what we have on the team right now. So if any of you get a chance, opportunity to interact with any of the coaches, you're going to see the caliber of people. We're going to have well, Chris will touch bases on that a little bit more, but we're going to have a coach's corner. We're going to invite you into our meetings and get an opportunity to see what it is that we do for you on your behalf. So with that being said, Chris, we're ready to go.
Awesome, man. So I'm going to chat really quickly just about the Black membership in general and then I'm going to talk about some other stuff. So the Black membership has gone through some changes. So everybody that was actually in the first version of iPass, the Black membership was $39.95 a month to become a Black member, and then you paid a commission to actually have the coaches close for you. So that's totally changed now. So the only requirement to actually become a Black member in the new iPass 2 system is just to actually own the Empower Network product that has to do with that membership level, which is the master's course. So, and you'll find all that out when you go through the formula and you actually, watch the videos and stuff like that. So there's no longer any $39.95 fee to become a Black member or anything like that like there used to be. The only fee that there actually is when you are Black members is if you want to use the coaches. So I just wanted to clear that up before we go into anything else so that everybody understands how that works. You basically become a Black member just by actually getting qualified in the Empower Network product. If you do that, you're a Black member. And then if you want to use a coach, you pay the extra $97 a month, and you can have Anthony's guys close for you. And that's how that part works. So just so everybody's clear on that part. And then, Chris, if you go back to the autoresponder, I just want to explain kind of how the autoresponder works in the system, because that's something that's also totally different from what everybody else does. So in the past, we've actually used multiple autoresponders in the system, and for those of you that have been in internet marketing for a while, you know what an autoresponder is. If you don't know what that is, you'll find out once you're actually in the system, so don't worry about it. But we decided with iPass 2 that we were only going to focus on one autoresponder, and the reason for that is our system works using the GetResponse API. So this is a little bit technical, but I think some of you guys will get some value out of it. So what we actually do when we can use GetResponse is we can actually build a buyer's list for you. So instead of you just building a lead list, we can actually help you build a buyer's list. So what we actually do is you're going to have two lists that you're going to set up. So Chris, if you go to that other page, the email list page, I can show them this. So if you just click on the drop down, and you'll see there's two different lists that they can actually set up when they click on this. So there's a lead list and a buyer's list. So these are the only two lists that you'll ever set up inside the system. All the different sales funnels that we have will use the same lead list and the same buyer's list, And when somebody actually joins the system, or when they actually join the system after they become a lead, they're going to get moved to your buyers list. And the reason for this is so that you don't keep marketing and telling people, here, come get the trial, come get the trial, come here and try out the system, when they've already started trying out the system. That was the biggest, or one of the biggest issues when we had it with iPass with our actual email list, is that we just had one email list and you just keep hammering it, and some of those people don't need to get those messages anymore because they've already joined. So the messages don't make sense to them. You'll get all these messages back from people that are like, I already joined. Why do you keep sending me these messages over and over and over? And so we solved that problem with iPass. We allow you to build a lead list and a buyer's list, and we actually do marketing on your behalf. So that's another big difference with this as well, is you're not the only one that's actually marketing to these leads. We actually capture the leads into our own autoresponder, the system autoresponder, and we do marketing on your behalf. So we send out emails with your links in them. We do promotions with your links in them, so that way you don't have to be fully responsible for actually marketing to these people that are on your lead list and your buyers list. We have automation set up for that already. So it's a big, it's a big improvement on what we've done in the past. We've built so many systems like this and we have so much experience with it that the biggest issues for people getting set up, first of all, is always the autoresponder. There's always so many issues with people just getting through this one setup step. They can get stuck at this one setup step just because they can't figure out how to set up the autoresponder. So we made this the most simple setup we possibly could. You literally don't even have to log in to GetResponse to actually set this up because we use the API. You can just choose a list right from the drop-down. If we had an API key in here, you'd be able to see it. But you can just basically enter your API key, choose a list, and as soon as you do that, then you can actually just start marketing your pages. So that's why we used GetResponse. I know some people use Aweber and all that stuff, but we had to make an executive decision, as just to do what was easiest for the brand new person, and to do what was easiest for you guys and us as a system, as the system owners. It makes it a lot easier on us because we can actually do marketing on your behalf and we can actually move the leads from one list to the other. So that's all I got on that. I just wanted to kind of clear that up because it is a big, it's a big thing that people are going to have questions about, but it's what's best for you. We actually did this because it's what's best for you, and it's going to build your lead list and your buyers list. So that you can actually market to people the correct way. So.
Yep, absolutely. And that's one part about this is when somebody goes through and they buy their products and they get the system set up, it's really important that we spend the time and that you spend the time as a new person going through and setting it up properly. We made it very easy to do, as Adam just explained, and our system does all the emails and deliverability for you. But once you get done with this, then you get to see the guts of what this system can do for you. Once you get through it, you get your black card. For those of you that are black card members, you can go ahead and order that right through here. And that also gives you other opportunities to earn more income from other affiliate stuff like your GetResponse or an Elevation Tax Group. You can make commissions from that if you're an iPass Black Card member. So there's some really good perks of actually having this card. And when we start doing more live events, you're going to be able to come and take advantage of those VIP perks, plus getting discounts in the iPass store when that is live. So there's a lot of things that it's just really important that we made the setup process simple. But once a person's on the inside, that's where it gets fun because now you get to start building the business. And so we actually have, let's go back here, what's called the Fast Start. And the Fast Start is a process, and you won't see all the videos here yet, but you'll see it when we launch. It's a series of steps that a person goes through to get those first few sales. We want you to get your $47 paid for by getting your first few trials in the door. So, you guys, it's so easy, and I've been doing this a long time. It is the easiest thing you can possibly do is promote a trial to anyone because there's no risk, there's no commitment, so that is going to be the highest converting type of business presentation you could send to cold traffic. And what I mean by cold traffic is somebody you don't know. So it could be an email list you don't know. It could be just a cold prospect altogether. If they say, wow, there's no risk, I can check this thing out for 7 days, you're going to have high conversions, and that's where those small wins come in. So this launching your business section will have everything you need from just posting things on Facebook, like we have the Facebook messages already pre-written, the private messages to people in your Facebook groups already pre-written. You just copy and paste them. Traffic sources right here. Everything is already laid out for the most beginner of a person. And as you start to get different packages, like the Pro package, the Silver, Gold, and Black, you'll unlock more advanced training. But Nonetheless, the really big thing that I like to talk about is the user interface and the dashboard. And this is something we worked really hard on for the new person to come in and be able to use the system easily and see what's happening in real time. We have a service, as you can see here, a done-for-you setup service for those of you that don't want to set things up or your prospects get hung up on stuff. We don't want your business to get hung up there, so we actually have a service when you click on that you can actually use our staff to set it up for you. So there's different things like submitting your testimonials. We have a video story contest. You'll see different placements for the iPass Black membership throughout the site. But we have a stat section that is the ability for you now to stay in iPass to track everything. You don't have to get third-party software. You don't have to set up anything. All you have to do is market your link, and it's going to say, okay, here's how many trial sales you got today. Here's how many system $47 a month sales you're getting. The upsells, the iPass Pro, all the way through to Black. It's going to give you in real time how many you're making and how much you're making. It's going to show you your leads and your clicks. It'll even show you which campaigns are converting. So you have the ability to say, okay, I'm going to send my link out on YouTube, and I'm going to compare that to sending my link out on Facebook. I'm going to see which one does better, and it's going to show you in a really cool looking graph here which one's outperforming which, so you can stop the ones that aren't working. This is a big hang up. Whenever I teach this on the road, I tell people, don't do stuff that's not working, or at least know what's not working so you can do more of what is. And that's what iPass is very clear about, and we have a really cool graphic illustration of what will work for you. And it'll even show you what your percentage of lead conversions are, your trial conversions, system, upsell, and your conversions to the Pro membership. So you'll always know if you're on target or not. And this is really important because some people just spend money on traffic and shoot from the hip and expect to make profit, wherein realistically you're actually going in the hole. iPass, no longer do you have to worry about that. And we even have a cool income gauge here where you can say, okay, I want to make $10,000 a month. You hit that number, and that gauge will go up over time as your stats start increasing, so you can see how far away you are from your target. Okay. That brings me to a really cool thing that I'm passionate about that I had engineered with Adam. We sat down for a long time and talked about this, and this came up about, I don't know, Adam, it was probably 3-4 months ago. We were talking about building a calculator for people to be able to kind of have a GPS of their business. I said, well, why isn't there a software that says, here's exactly how you hit 10 grand a month for certain, like exactly what you need to do to hit $10,000 per month. It was kind of reminded me of a mortgage calculator. You know, when you go to apply for a house, you put in what your down payment on the house will be, your interest rate, taxes, and it'll tell you what your mortgage payment will come out to be. It'll be very accurate. Well, there was never anything like that with internet business, so we built one. So the calculator you see on your screen, you guys are going to come in here and play with this thing to your heart's desire, and it's a lot of fun. You can choose what kind of calculator. Let's just look at the basic real quick. You choose what membership level you're at. Of course, I'll choose Black because that's where the money's at, the good money. I want to make $10,000 a month, so I'll put in that dollar amount. I'll say I'm going to pay $70 per click. That means, or 70 cents per click, meaning for every person that goes to my website, I'm paying 70 cents. You can put in whatever amount you want. Your capture page lead conversion, we're going to put 100% because we don't have a capture page. So 100% of the people are going to go there. Let's say, let's just put 15% of the people will see the trial conversion. Now you guys can go through here and just change these stats based on what your dashboard is telling you. All right, and you can put in the average dollar amount that your coaches are selling for you. So if your coaches are selling at a Black membership an average of, let's just say, $2,000, you can put in that dollar amount, hit calculate, and you guys, it's going to spit out exactly how many clicks you need to reach $10,000, how many sales of each product you're going to need, what those dollar amounts are, okay, what the total revenue would be, and the expenses. And it'll even show you what your ad cost per day, every breakdown that you would possibly need as a GPS to do that. It'll even show you what if you're only a silver or a gold member, what your income might look like. But it'll give you all kinds of really cool information and just breakdowns for those of you that want to really see, okay, Chris, you say I can make $10,000 a month. Well, how do I do that? Well, instead of asking me on the phone or asking your coach, just come into your calculator, plug in the numbers, and it'll give you the perfect scenario. Okay? And there's training tutorials back here and all that kind of stuff too. Next, we have our own leaderboard, guys. We wanted to make a game of this thing. We wanted you guys to compete against each other. When we launch this, there's going to be thousands upon thousands of people rushing into iPass to use this, and we wanted the ability for you guys to compete friendly for some really cool cash prizes, some really awesome physical prizes, and these will get bigger over time. But we're going to have not only contests, but you're going to see where you stack up on trials, system memberships, Pro, Silver, Gold, and Black product packages. So you can see if you're leading the way on any one of those product sales, all right? And then you can see where you're at on the contest leaderboards. So we are going to have a really big contest right out of the gate when we launch. So you want to make sure you take advantage of that and hit the gates or hit the floor running if you can, because the leaderboard is going to be a great way to see where you stack up to everybody else. So it's really cool. Another thing we added in here is we wanted to create an environment that was fun for you guys. We created our own, basically it's a TV station within iPass, as you can see on your screen. It's called the Video Center, but here's Mark and I. We have a show called The Sidebar with Mark and Chris. It's just a show that we do once a week that will allow you guys to just kind of get inside our heads. It's going to be funny. It's going to be scary at times. We talk pretty much pretty blunt truth. And then you can actually submit things that you want us to talk about each week, and we can come on each week and create an episode for you to, for us to address questions or anything that you want us to talk about. So we'll do it on location, which is really fun. It's not going to be in our office. We'll go out and we'll sit at the pool, or we'll be on location somewhere doing some fun videos. So we also have a few other shows. We have Coaching Corner with Anthony Williams. He'll be doing a coaching training each week for you all. We also have a Getting Started with Karen Schaefer. She's going to do orientation for you and your members. So she's going to help do like the more instructional setup type of training live. And then Daily Action with Mike Hobbs. He does some really good daily action stuff. And those of you that are leaders, if you'd like your own TV show within iPass, you can go ahead and get in contact with us, and we'll look at the kind of skills that you bring to the table and see if that's going to be of value, because we'd love to fill this up with some really great leadership as well. But this is a really good feature. So that is the dashboard. I just wanted to show you how fun that is, how cool it is. We also have a training academy, but the marketing center itself is where you're going to be able to get your links. You're going to be able to see member feeds. We obviously don't have any information in here, but this is where if you're going to do your own coaching, you can see everything, and to be able to work with them, take notes, change the status of those prospects. This is where you'll see your commissions as they come in. Okay, not only do we pay a commission, but you also get to see your commissions from Empower Network. You'll be able to see your downline from Empower Network in here as well, based on product still. You have your campaign stats as well, so you can see here's a couple campaigns Adam has in here. So Adam's competing against Adam, okay? But you can actually see what sales are actually being made. So if one campaign is making a lot of trials, but maybe not a lot of black sales, then you'll know which one to kind of pay attention to, all right? And of course, you're going to be able to go into this page and see how much you're making. So how much we release to you, total amounts paid, all that kind of stuff.
Yeah, the significance of campaign stats is pretty big, just because up until this point, if you've been an Empower Network member, there's never been any kind of tracking that could actually track all the way through to sale. So this tracking will actually track all the way through from when somebody hits your page to how much money you made in Empower Network and beyond. So it'll actually tell you which campaigns are performing, and so that you can cut the ones that are not working and keep the ones that are. And some other things, like in downline, you can actually, there's just like in commissions and downline, you can actually sort based on Empower and iPass and things like that. So there's just a lot that you can do inside these that is pretty cool. And then if you go to the member, did you explain the member feed? Because the member feed is actually where you do your own coaching.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I didn't hear that part. Sorry. So this is how you would see new members coming in, and then you can send an instant message to them as soon as they come in. So if you wanted to catch somebody, actually, the power of this is you can get somebody while they're in the buying process. They're in that success formula, and you can actually catch them in the middle of that success formula and say, hey, I'm here to help you. Reach out to me if you need anything. You see them live as they come in. So they're watching the videos, so you can just pop up a message right in front of them and say, hey, reach out to me, I'm your sponsor, and I'll help you out. So I think that's a pretty cool feature of this whole thing too. And there'll be text messages, so you'll know when people come in too, because you'll get text messages, emails, things like that. So you can just pop right back here and say, hey, I got a new member in here, and just reach right out to them and start talking to them as they're actually on the site going through the buying process.
Yep.
So pretty cool.
Yeah, it's really cool. And this is really, they took a lot of programming and planning on this, because we wanted to obviously offer the ability for you to use a coach, so you wouldn't have to sit here and be on the phone all day, or to, it's just something a lot of people aren't comfortable with doing. And we have professionals that have been trained by Anthony and Mark and some of our other coaches, so they're going to be very good at explaining the products and the business for you. All you're doing, remember, is getting people to try this thing out. The system will handle the rest, and you can just come in here. I was telling Adam the other day, I was like, I can't wait till we launch so I can just keep coming to this dashboard and seeing how many Tripwire sales, how many trials are coming in, how many black memberships are coming in, because it is fun when you get to see the automation happen firsthand. And a lot of times, like, leaders will create systems for themselves, and that's how they become so successful. They automate these daunting tasks. But to duplicate that for the masses like we've done here is what's really exciting, because for the first time, some of you newbies or some of you new people get to experience that firsthand as if you built it yourself. Okay, so it's really fun. And we also have a community within iPass that is so powerful, and this is where we wanted to combine the high tech and high touch. Now, obviously, if you put in your About Me section here, you can put a video about you, your name, your blog, your Facebook link in here. So when somebody comes to the community, they can actually see information about you. Okay, so they can see your profile if you want them to. You also have the ability to chat with them, just like Facebook at the bottom. So if people in your organization are chatting, you can actually chat with them in real time, see how they're doing, you know, tell jokes, whatever you want to do. So that is always available to you as well, and it's very easy to use because it's just like Facebook. We have a 20K club, a 100K club that'll be going active after launch. And then, of course, there's a product section. You guys will all be able to see your products, see what you're qualified for. If you don't have these, then, you know, you'll be able to activate them right here. And at any point in time, if you need to upgrade, it'll say if you're active at whatever package. So both you and your prospects can come in here and go ahead and activate the package when you're ready. And that'll go ahead and bring you to our unique sales pages, which I can show you if you want to see what those look like. Here's an example of the black sales page that we put together. If you did not have this product, you'd be able to click a button right here. Obviously, we have the black package, so it says you already own this. The same goes for gold, silver, okay, and then the pro package as well. Okay, so it's very easy to upgrade right into here. For those of you that have been in Empower Network, you don't have to go over to Empower Network to learn about it. Once you click this button, because we are an accredited system, we are allowed to go directly to their checkout pages, so we don't have to go through their sales presentations. So shortly here, as I was talking to one of their compliance departments today, anybody that has a system out there, you have to be accredited to be able to go direct to their checkout, and that's something really unique about iPass that we have going on here. So last but not least, we have a communication center. This has been a big hurdle with a lot of systems. I don't know how many of you have been in a business where you just been left dry to hang out and you just had nobody to talk to. You didn't know what was going on. You couldn't ever get updates, so you were just left in the dark all the time. There is an update center here where you'll be able to see notifications. There'll be little bubbles that'll pop up saying, hey, there's an update to the system today, or hey, you just got a new sale. You'll be able to see all the different updates and sort them by team, system, etc. You'll see the queue of all your messages from your coach. And then you'll be able to see an activity feed based on products. So every time a trial comes in, or a sale comes in, or an upsell comes in, or whatever happens in your business, you'll always be able to see it in your activity feed. So you're never wondering, hey, I wonder if I'm making money. I wonder if I'm seeing any action from that advertisement I placed last week. You'll always be able to see it at any point in time. So it takes the guesswork out of those challenges that a lot of people face. So that's something really unique about iPass Office, is we do have a great notification center. And then, of course, you'll have your profile. You'll have a support department here. You'll have phone and ticket support. So if you need anything at all, you can go ahead and submit a ticket right through the support department, just like this. You just click there, and then we will have phone support if you ever need to cancel a membership or whatever you need to do as well. And then if you want to contact your e-wallet to get paid, you want to transfer money into your bank account, you just click on e-wallet, and that's done for you. So I could go all day on this back office because I've been staring at it for over a year now. I'm just so excited. All I want to do now is get it into your hands. That is my biggest goal. So what I wanted to do is just bring up a slide real quick. Adam, do you have anything to add on the back office before we move on?
Yeah, I was wondering, do you still have, those slides that we cut out when we explained how the sales funnel works? There's some people asking in the chat. Basically, I don't think people are fully grasping the difference between what we built before and what we talked about on the webinar that we did when we were building this, and what we actually have now in the sales funnel, and how significant that is. Like, basically how the new sales funnel works and how it's different and why it makes more money. I know that you cut out those slides that we were creating. Are those gone, or can you see?
Can you see my screen now?
Yeah, I can see the iPass back office.
You should be able to see.
You might have to shut it off, turn it back on. I just think it'd be very valuable to break down the difference is,
Sure.
because I've already seen people asking about it, and it's very significant.
Okay, let me show you the breakdown I did earlier. Let me know when you can see it. All right. See if we can get this up here for you guys.
I think we just kind of flew through. We're just getting warmed up at the beginning, and I think we flew through it. And maybe people just didn't really grasp it. I think I totally missed it, kind of too.
Can you see that now?
Yeah, yeah.
Okay, so you should see what says what most people do. Is that what you see?
Yep, I see it now. Yep.
Okay, so if you look at this is the old antiquated model, and here's why. You have your traffic piece, which is traffic, people, that eyeballs that go to your capture page. All right, the capture page is just a place where somebody puts in their name and email address. The trip offer, we call it a tripwire, could be a $7 or a $10 offer, just a straight sale. The offer itself would be something maybe $50 or $100. It sells, whatever it is. Maybe it would sell our system. And then the profit maximizers are the high-end products on the back that maybe cost $1,000, $2,000, $3,000, etc. So here's where this thing really has the hurdles that we found through testing and experience that it just wasn't coming out. You can send all the traffic you want in the world. And let's just say for hypothetical purposes, you send 1,000 people to a website. In the old way, you'd send it to a capture page. A good converting capture page would convert at about 30%. Okay, that's 300 people. 300 people put in their name and email address. Well, as I said before, in today's age, people are smart. They're going to smoke screen you by putting in fake information just to see what you got. So you're really not getting 30%. So that brings that first hurdle down. Okay, let's just say it's 300 people just to be nice. All right, so 300 people go to your low-cost offer, which is your tripwire. But 5% of those people are going to pay $7 or $10. That is the statistic that we found. So 7%, or let's just say 5% here of that $7, of that 300, excuse me, is 15 people. So 5% of the 300 is 15 people buy your low-cost offer. Okay, so you got 15 buyers. All right, that's all right. And then from that point on, 20% of those 15 people buy your main offer, which is 3 sales. So if that's a $50 product, you're looking at $150 if you make all that money. And out of that, 70% of those 3 people will buy your profit maximizer. So look at these numbers for a second. They may not look too bad to you, okay? But I want to show you what really happens. When you look at iPass and what we've changed here, this is what we changed. We bypassed the capture page altogether, so traffic goes directly to the trial, which is your low-cost offer. Okay, so 1,000 people go to your site, and 10% will get the trial compared to 5%, which is 100 people. So you're getting 100 people to pay $7 for a trial. From there, of those 100 people, 50% are going to continue to pay after the 7-day trial, roughly. Okay, could be higher, could be lower, depending on your traffic quality. All right, but numbers that we've seen in the industry before have been such. So 50% of that 100, you're looking at 50 people paying $47 a month. Do the math. Grab a calculator and take 47 times 50 bucks, add that up, and then take 70% of that, and that's what you pocket and keep every single month. 50 times $47, okay? Take 70% of that, and that's what you're going to keep if you're a Black Card member, 50% if you're not. That's a significant difference in revenue and profit coming into your business. Now, here's where the next piece gets really big. Of that, let's just say 50% of those people that are using the system, they're paying $47 every month, they go through that 5 videos where the coach is like, okay, you need to get the black package, you're going to get a discount today for this, you're going to save $2,000 today by doing this. Let's just say 50% of those 50 buy some type of product later on. That's 25 sales that happens later. 25 compared to 2.
Right. And the biggest differences here, too, is, so basically the biggest differences that I see in this is you cut out the capture page. So 100% of the people actually see the offer. And then the next biggest difference, and this is something that we realized by looking at Empower Network in general, is we were just going to have that $47 be a one-time $47. But then we realized in Empower Network, what we have right now, our residual income products are the ones that pay us the most. Even though they're small, a small amount of residual income, 25 bucks or 100 bucks, that's actually the highest grossing commissions that we have. And so by adding that $47 monthly piece, you're going to start getting recurring commissions from the people that are actually using the system. So that, I think that piece alone is one of the biggest, one of the biggest things that's actually going to increase income. And then the fact that somebody doesn't actually have to go from buying a $7 product. So the way that it was designed before is somebody would have to buy a $7 product. They would have to consume that product. They would have to actually watch the videos and get sold again. So they would have to get sold within that $7 product to buy a $47 product that's a one-time product. So the biggest difference in what we do now is they get automatically rebilled. So when somebody buys the $7 product, they're already in the back office watching the success formula videos. And then if they decide that they like the system and they want to keep using it, they automatically get rebilled the 47. So you don't have to resell the $47 product. It just automatically gets resold. So that's why the conversion rates are so high. That's why Chris can say 50%, is because somebody doesn't have to actually make another purchase. They don't have to go in and put their credit card in again. It just automatically rebills them because they decide that they like the system. And then now that they're actually in the system, so now that somebody's actually watched the videos, they've gone through the information, they're even more likely to buy the profit maximizers because they're in the system and they're using it, and they want to make money with it. They're in there trying to make money. So obviously they're going to get the profit maximizers and get qualified for those because that's what's going to make them the most amount of money. So that's why these conversion rates are so much higher, is because you get somebody into the back office so much faster. You get somebody into the coach's hands so much faster. Instead of them having to buy a $7 product and consume it on their own and go through it on their own and watch it, decide if they want to buy, they're already talking to a coach right away. So basically what this new process does is it maximizes the amount of people that see the offer, first of all, because they don't have to go through a capture page. Everybody sees the offer. So you're naturally going to get more people that buy because more people have actually seen the video. So that's why there's such a higher amount of people that actually buy. And then they automatically get rebilled, so there's more people that buy the 47 because they don't have to buy again. And then there's more people that buy the profit maximizers because they're already in the system getting talked to by a coach. So that's why I wanted to go through this, because it's such a significant difference in how fast the process moves, like how fast someone gets into the system. It totally changes what we're doing. We're not selling multiple products. We're selling a system, and somebody gets in there right away. They get automatically rebilled, and then they're already talking to a coach to get upsold into the profit maximizer. So it's just a quick process. Like if you see the difference, it's just you're going so much faster through the buying process. And it's just so much easier for the person to consume because they buy one thing, they go through one training course, they talk to a coach, they make a decision, and they're buying the other products. So hopefully that makes sense. But that's why I wanted to go through this, because it's just so significant, the increase in conversions.
And you've seen this, a lot of you have seen it, maybe you didn't realize this model. You see it in the nutraceutical industry all the time. Get your trial weight loss product for $4.95, and you have 30 days or 14 days to try it. And if you don't send it back, then they bill you like $70 a month, and they keep sending you a new bottle. I've been in that industry. I've made a lot of money doing that. It is one of the best converting models because people, once they have it in their hands and they're using it, they're not going to stop using it. And if they do, sometimes they forget about it. But with something like this, the user experience is so simple. And if you can get someone the small wins, meaning people are coming to use the system just like they did, it's happening for them now. If they're making money with it, they're never going to stop paying for it. Okay? And you certainly don't want to leave money on the table by not getting profit maximizers either. You want to be able to make that $2,000 per sale. So just remember, guys, your whole job, your whole task is to only get trials. That's all you have to do. Order traffic or place traffic or do traffic on your own, get trial memberships, and the system will do the selling and the telling for you. And we've spent a lot of time doing presentations. In fact, Mark and I have done about 8 retakes of the video series. I know he laughs because it's a touchy subject with me because it's exhausting. But at the end of the day, the whole thing is getting trials, and we just had to refilm to get this thing right. And I believe we have the perfect scenario, and I can't wait for you guys to get in there to watch them yourself.
Yeah, we literally redid the whole thing in the past month. I mean, like when we had this idea of the trial, it changed everything. It was like we had this idea and we're like, oh shit, we have to do it. It literally changed everything that we were doing. We had to redo every video. But it's so significant. It makes everything convert so much higher. And it's going to get you guys into profit from your traffic so much faster that it just had to be done. As soon as we realized it. We've been doing Nutra forever. Chris has been doing Nutra offers forever, and it's such a profitable model. I mean, it just never clicked that you just do a trial and then auto bill them. It's just crazy,
Yep.
but it's just so significant. It's cool.
And where a lot of companies fall short, I mean, I've seen trials in the business opportunity arena, but what happens is you'll get a trial to something that is so poorly put together and there's just no value that people just get upset and they charge back or they cancel the membership, so there's no retention, meaning nobody keeps paying that monthly fee because the product is garbage. Our product, on the other hand, is so valuable. For $47 to get this whole thing integrated like this, where you don't have to go outside and get other tools, it's the biggest no-brainer. And I scratched my head thinking, why didn't I charge $200 a month for this? You know, but the bottom line is we want you guys to see money fast without that huge overhead. So the system, again, it's just the iSuccess formula does all the selling for you. It's a completely automated sales process. So the iPass 2 system sells your profit maximizers. That allows you to make up to 125 per month in residuals, over 2,000 per sale, you know, minus merchant fees and such. You get team pass-ups with Empower Network. So for those of you that are familiar with Empower Network, let me run something by you. And you're going to learn this as you go through the formula. And this is staggering. Okay? Imagine your organization. You have people or other affiliates that are in your organization in Empower Network using the iPass system. They're using it. Well, their compensation plan, the first, the third, the fifth, right? You pass up sales, so basically you're earning 20% of your direct affiliates commissions. All right? So what that means to you is when they're using the system and making sales and their coaches are making sales for them, 20% of their action, you're going to own it. Meaning you could duplicate yourself by getting 5 people to do what you're doing. So we get into that strategy in this formula, and it is mind-blowing, you guys, because not only does this company, Empower Network, have these great products that pay top-level commissions, but they also have a compensation plan that, merged with a system like this, can bring in so much passive income for you guys. It gives me goosebumps because I know what we can do personally, but to know what you guys are going to be able to do and the duplication you're going to create, it's just going to do a lot of things for you. So I'm just super excited about it. The iPass system, obviously, you make 50 to 70% on our products, which are the $7 trial, the $47 a month system fee, and then the $97 upsell. Okay.
Just an FYI, that upsell may not be 97. We're still testing that price point. So just so you guys aren't like firm on the 97, it might be 67, it might be 47, but it's going to be the price that makes you the most money. So it's going to be whatever grosses the highest amount based on like 1,000 signups is what that price will be. We're testing all the different ones. So just so you guys are aware of that, I just want to make sure.
Yep. And we'll always be testing, you guys. We'll always be testing the offers. On the Empower Network side, as we call the profit maximizers, you make the high ticket over there. So again, let me just fast forward here. I'm going to move through some slides for you. All right, now what I want to do is just talk about being a founding member. We're going to move through here real quick. Let me know if you can see this slide, Adam. It should say you are a founding member today.
Yep, you're good.
All right. So all of you watching this right now have an opportunity to be a founding member of the iPass 2 system. If you are not or have not, click the button down below and gone to iPass 2 free. Make sure you do that so you can go ahead and get registered. What that's going to do is allow you to get these products for free with us. So the $7, the $47, and the $97. Now you get the first month free with iPass for 30 days just to check it out, make sure you like it, and those are the benefits of being a founding member. All right. So you have the first 30 days free. You get free access to the $97 upsell, meaning we just give you that product for free. You get to be the first mover's advantage, and this is big. This is really big because when we launch this thing, you're going to see Facebook just light up. Okay, you're going to see emails light up because a lot of people have been anticipating this since the original iPass 1. So you have first mover's advantage right now. Plus, you have a chance to win some really cool cash prizes with our contests. And the cool thing is there's zero upfront cost for you for the first 30 days. So you can get in, spend whatever marketing or time or money on marketing or doing your own stuff for free, get some momentum. You're going to get early access prior to launch. I'm going to show you that here in just a second. Adam's going to go over our launch plan. And then you're going to get bigger cash prizes through the contests by getting in early, the opportunity to hit the market first, obviously, and then you're also going to get coaching availability by getting in first to use these coaches. So they're hungry. They've been training for months right now. I see them on the webinars with Anthony every day or every few days, and I'm telling you guys, these guys are ready to rock and roll for you, and so I have never been so excited to see their momentum and what they're going to do for you. So with that, let's go ahead, and Adam, why don't we cover some of the launch plan?
Cool. So basically, the launch starts kind of today. This is where the launch process really starts. So from today until next week is when, or until, like you said, September 4th is when you'll actually be able to promote iPass 2 free. So we want to do one final push for iPass 2 free, and we're going to replace the videos inside iPass 2 free tomorrow. So you can actually start promoting it tomorrow. And it's going to have brand new videos that talk about how the new process works and talk about how when the launch is actually going to happen. So we're going to open the doors for you guys, everybody that's pre-registered on September 4th, and you're going to be able to go in there. You're going to be able to set everything up. You're going to be able to go through the actual videos. You're going to be able to figure out, basically go through and just get familiar with everything. That's the biggest thing that we want you guys to be able to do, is just go in there and have a few days to actually consume all the information. Get your account set up, get your coaches set up, if you guys want to do your own coaching, you can set up your coaching. You can make a video of your own so that you can welcome the people that come through your system and say, hey, I'm going to be your coach. Here's a little bit about me. So we have videos that teach you how to do all that stuff if you want to do your own coaching. Otherwise, you can turn on ours. You'll be able to go in there and actually turn on your traffic. So that's another thing that people have been asking about is what's going to happen with the traffic. You guys purchased the co-op traffic and things like that a long time ago, when we first started talking about this. And so what's going to happen with that is once you get into the system and you get everything set up, there's going to be an option in the back office. It'll be very clear to you. And you'll be able to decide between two options. So the first option is you can tell us that you want us to choose the page. So as soon as you have your system set up, you can decide to have us choose the page for you, or you can wait until we actually launch and then give us a link. So because a lot of people have been asking questions like, what if I want to promote a different link with the traffic that I purchased, or something like that. So they've been asking if we're going to choose the link or if you're going to be able to choose the link yourself. So how that's going to work is you'll have an option in the back office. You can say, hey, choose the link for me, and when you do that, we'll just choose the highest converting pages. We're testing the pages now. We're going to be testing them all next week, just doing tweaking and figuring out which sales process is the best. And if you select the option that says that we can choose it for you, you'll instantly go into the traffic queue, which is actually the rotator, and you'll be put in line. So basically, it works as a first come, first served basis. So once you get back there and you get set up, you'll just be able to enable your traffic, and that's pretty much how it's going to work. So any of you guys that had questions about that, that's how it's going to work. And then throughout this launch, so like next week when we're actually doing the kind of the pre-launch or the final push for iPass 2, we're going to be asking you guys to help us out a lot. So like if you have emails that you're using, or any of you guys are leaders out there and you have emails that you're sending to your list, or you have Facebook posts, or you have banners that you're using to help promote, it would be great if you guys could post those in the Facebook group, if you could post them in the Skype chats, and just share them with everyone. So that way we can get the buzz going in a huge way next week. And then when we open the doors on the 4th, you're going to have a ton of people come in, join your team. And then on September 8th, on Monday, is when we're actually going to make the links go live. So from September 4th to September 8th, you're going to be in the back office, you're going to be going through the videos, you're going to be getting set up. And then on September 8th, that's when the contest is going to start. That's when the traffic shares that were purchased are going to start. And that's when the links are going to go live. So that's when everybody can start promoting, and there's just going to be a huge rush of people coming in. We're going to have to back up the servers and all this crazy stuff to make it work, but it's going to be awesome. So let me just make sure in my notes that I didn't miss anything.
Good.
Yeah, anything you want to say, Chris? I'm just going to review notes and make sure that I didn't miss anything important.
Well, one thing I just want to review real quick is what you have here today is, for those of you that are founding members, you have the trial that you got for free, so you don't have to pay the $7. You're getting the first 30 days free for the $47 for the system. The upsell product for $97 you're getting free, so you have access to that when you log in, and you're getting all the features in the business. Now, obviously, whatever package that you're qualified for, so black, silver, gold, or the pro package, that basically corresponds to what Empower Network products you have. And you'll see that when you log in. It'll let you know where you qualified and how you're all connected. That'll allow you to unlock certain things within iPass, okay? So there's a timeline that I put in here just to review. Okay, today is the launch presentation. You're all watching that here right now. Okay, we're going to continue to test the system over the next, over the weekend, over the holiday here. Get some last things put together. We have some new presentations for you. We're doing a system-wide stress test as well on the 4th. The iPass 2 doors open to affiliates, meaning you can get in, you can do everything but promote it. You won't have an active link yet, but you'll be able to get everything set up, get your ducks in a row. From there, iPass affiliates go through setup and orientation, as I just mentioned. We do member testing, so the members are going through there. You guys are stress testing the system, pushing buttons, see if you can break it. I challenge you to break it. I don't think you can, but you can prove me wrong. And then comes the 8th, right? It is the official iPass 2 launch. iPass 2 links will go live. And I will tell you the momentum on that day will be enormous. So you want to put whatever things into place that you can to take advantage of that day to go live. Get your traffic lined up, get everything you can lined up, because that day is going to really set things forth. Plus, we start the contest from that day. So that is the same time that the affiliate contest starts. All right. Moving forward, we're going to continue to test and adding system features. There's still features that we didn't unlock yet. We'll continue to add that over time and continue to build new presentations to get you the best trial offer that converts the best. We will also host the iPass 2 party in Orlando. So those of you going to Orlando for Empower Network, we will have our own iPass 2 party there. And if you've been to some of our other ones in Miami, we don't do them. We don't spare expense, that's for sure. So we'll do it in a big way. But with that, I just want to welcome you to a new era of online business. iPass 2 is finally here, guys. Make sure you keep an eye on your email, keep an eye on the mastermind group. This is a big deal. Yep.
I was just going to say I have some stuff before we end, just to make sure that we cover the little things. So one thing, and I'm just going to go through the list of things that I forgot to talk about, so it's going to be random. But one thing, the coaches will be available during the process, like when you guys are going through the setup and things like that from the 4th to the 8th. There will be coaches back there working, but please don't overwhelm them, because there's about 20 coaches and there's going to be thousands of people rushing into the system. So if you can't get a hold of one right away, just don't freak out about it or something. And if you don't actually need to talk to a coach, please don't try and reach out to them and talk to them, because that's going to be the biggest issue we have. Is if you have a bunch of people coming in that are brand new that actually want to talk to a coach and need to talk to a coach, we need the coaches to be available for them. So please just, if you don't need to talk to a coach, don't call a coach every few seconds just to see if they're there. Okay, they're there. But they need to talk to the people that actually need assistance. So just please, just keep that in mind as you're going through. Just don't overwhelm those guys. Another thing is we want to get your feedback on any bugs you see, any issues you see in the back office. So if you can, just send those into support, just little things that come up. That's another reason why we're opening this up and letting you guys in there ahead of time, is so that we can work out any bugs, so that way the day that we launch, the system is perfect and it's pristine for the new people that are coming in. Since you guys are already experienced, it's a good way for you guys to go in there and just make sure everything is working. Send us feedback if there's anything that could be improved or any bugs that there is, so that we can get those taken care of. And then everything will be perfect on launch day. And then any leaders who want to create training. So if you're a leader and you feel that you have something to contribute, like email marketing really well or something like that, we're definitely open to leadership coming forth and helping us out. Okay, right now it's been just a few of us kind of working on this behind the scenes. But now we're to the point where the system is done, so we're ready to bring on leadership and have you guys help us with, like what Chris said, with the shows, with doing training for the back office, with all these different things. If you have something that you want to do and you want to get in front of this community, then just come to us and let us know what you want to do, and we're very, very open to that. So just want you guys to know that. And then the last thing that I want to talk about is cross-recruiting. So this is an issue that's come up, in the past, where people are like, they're going out there and they're cross-recruiting other teams into these systems. Okay, they're like, oh, I can make a monthly fee if I go out and I recruit all these people that are in Empower Network into this system from somebody else's team. And that's not what we want to happen. So we actually designed the system so that it will auto-correct that. So if you go out and, let's say Lawrence Tam, because a lot of people know Lawrence Tam. Let's say that Lawrence didn't come into the system right away, and 50 people from his team joined the system and they came into iPass, and some other people brought them in. Okay, but then later, 5 days down the road, Lawrence comes into the system, puts in his API key. As soon as that happens, everybody from Lawrence's team that's in the system is automatically going to get put under him. So we've designed the system so that there's no cross-recruiting as long as your sponsor's in the system. So if you have people in your team that have gotten sponsored by other people in iPass 2 free and all this kind of stuff, it doesn't matter. As soon as the system goes live and people enter their API keys into the system, it's going to automatically correct. And we built it that way because we wanted to build it so that there was integrity. We wanted to keep that those lines of sponsorship intact, so that way people could earn that residual income from their downline and actually want to coach their downline. You know, we just figured if you bring the person into the system, into Empower Network, then you should make the residual income from them in the system. So we designed the system to auto-correct any of those issues. So that way you guys can just go out there and you can promote freely. You can tell your friend that's cross-line, and it doesn't matter. You can give him your link, and as soon as he gets in, he's going to get auto-corrected to whoever his sponsor is as long as they're in the system. So you can feel free to go out and talk to anybody about this. Even if they're not in your downline, it doesn't matter. You can just go out and talk to them about it, share it with them, and no matter what, when they come into the system, you don't have to feel like you're cross-recruiting them, because it's going to auto-correct for you. And the last thing, I just want to thank everybody that had something to do with this. You know, there's so many people that along the way, like Jason and Juan and our programmers. There's people at all these different companies like Get Response that have helped us out. All of you Black members, I mean, you've been around for 9 months paying your Black membership. That's what funded this. So just so you guys are aware, I mean, that we're very, very thankful for you that you've been here paying that membership when you actually didn't have to. Okay, we haven't had it really functioning for like the past 6 months, and you guys have just continued paying. You've stayed loyal, and that has literally built this system. That's what's paid the salaries. That's what's kept this going. So I just wanted to give it out to you guys because you really made this possible. So thank you very much.
Absolutely. I also wanted to bring on Mark because a lot of you are going to see him. He's the gentleman sitting next to me. You're going to see him in the formula, and part of the idea of building the iSuccess formula as you go through those 5 videos that you and your prospects and customers will go through is Mark and I did them together because I wanted them to hear a coach's side of view or point of view, and then my point of view as creator with Adam and so forth. So Mark just wanted to come on. I thought it'd be a good idea to hear from him first and foremost before you see him in video. And Mark, if you would, just talk about what we've been through, where we've gone. You know, we've done this formula over almost 7 or 8 times now.
Yeah.
We started with 12 videos, down to 9, now down to 5. Just the evolution and what you expect to see when we launch.
Absolutely. Thanks, Chris. Again, you guys, I'm the guy that nobody knows. My name is Mark Dale. I've been sitting next to this guy for about 2 years now, marching along, doing this entire iPass business together with him. I want to take a minute here just to talk to the new people that are watching today. Okay. Now, as I've sat here this entire about an hour and a half, all I've done is I put myself in your shoes as a new person. So I want to talk to you guys for a second. I know everybody, there's a lot of people on here that are already part of the internet marketing world, and they're hearing what we're saying, they're getting it. We're starting to use some terms here that are familiar to them. If you're sitting there for the first time going, what? I don't understand. I don't understand. I want to talk to you right now. Okay? You have an opportunity in front of you that is right now for free. Now, we don't know why you're watching this video. We don't know what you're doing at this webinar, but I'm telling you right now, you're in a good spot. Okay? And I want to tell you that the training that you're about to receive, the invitation, if you choose to take it, click that button down below this video presentation and get your butt signed up for a free account. Okay? You're getting everything for free. There's no problem with that. Now, once you get that for free, you're going to go through an enormous education process on how this internet marketing thing works. Now, I'm just a simple-minded 46-year-old Norwegian here in Minnesota. I never knew internet marketing before I knew this guy. Now, he's taught me everything I need to know, but what I've been able to do is, as a coach and as a person, I discern all this technical stuff here under this hat, and I try to make it simple. I try to make it simple for people to understand. That's my job as a coach, okay? Now, what I need you to understand is that take that leap, click the button below, all right? Get yourself the system. Now, as soon as you get the system and it launches on the 4th, you're going to get access to everything. Everything we've been trying to talk about is going to start to make an enormous amount of sense, okay? It's going to make sense to you. You're going to learn from the very beginning of how you want to go through this internet marketing business, but you just don't know how people do it. You're like, oh my gosh, maybe I'm too old, maybe I'm not educated, maybe I'm too young, maybe I'm too whatever. Whatever you think is in there that's going to stop you or hold you back from having a successful internet marketing business is gone. We have created a franchise-style internet marketing business for you to plug into, okay? Let us do the heavy lifting, because that's what Chris and I are here for, and Adam and Ben and Matt and Anthony and the entire team are here to help you enjoy the fruits of a successful internet marketing business. You guys are in a good spot. I want to encourage you with everything I've got to consider hitting that button below. Make sure you get this system for free, okay? That's not going to be there for long. And what do you have to lose? Now, here's how far I want to take this back, and this is the first time I'm telling this story to a group of people, over 1,000 people online. Chris and I started doing this thing a few years back, and I didn't know a damn thing about internet marketing. So I was in the gym business, and every time I started learning how I can do internet marketing, I would tell Chris, I'm like, Chris, I have an idea. I want to run it by you. So we'd meet at the gym the next day, and yeah, Mark, I already did that about 3 years ago. That worked really good, so we're going to do that. And then I'm like, okay, good, because it was just coming to my mind. I just had these thoughts. And then a couple days later, I'd call him that night. I'd say, Jim, or Chris, I'm like, Jim, meet me at the gym tomorrow. I got a great idea. And I said, so here's my idea. I said, what I need you to do is I need you to send me the logo of the company, and then I'm going to talk to you tomorrow morning about what I'm going to do with it. He's like, well, he's on the phone. He's like, well, what the hell are you going to do with the logo? I said, I'll talk to you tomorrow. So I talked to him after we left in the morning. He's like, Mark, what's the deal with needing the logo? What are you thinking now? What's in your head now? I said, look, Chris, I want to create a group of people that are card-carrying club members, and they're all headed the same direction.
Right.
They're headed toward internet marketing success. And I wanted them to have this card that they can hold and have, and it would be a symbol of internet marketing success. I said, I want to create a group of internet marketing success, okay? And I want them to be able to hold this card and know that they have the entire system at their hands. And I want them to know that they have the ability to plug into something that's going to help them succeed and make money online. And if the dumb with it, I want to put the logo on a card, and I want people anybody else, they'll be like, this is part of the family that I'm with, and this is my card. I said, Chris, I want to create plugged into and have pride of ownership and be part of a community that they're stuck together. And when they own this card and they show that to anybody with this card, they show they're going to win. And he says to me, he says, that's a good idea. And I said, that's great. So now you card club program with Empower Network and ipas too. And if you own Black Cards account, you get plugged into this new system that we and I'm only works, and I know it works. And I don't know why you're here, but I'm telling you, you're like, and I know that's the way it is. Now I got to go get something to drink. I'm getting hot in here. I got to get a glass of water or something. But you guys, thank you for hearing me out. You guys, once you list them, you're going to see us. Chris and I are going to be chewing on you a bunch, but you're going to enjoy it. You're going to know why you're doing, what you're doing, when you're doing it, and how you're doing it. And you're going to know how much fun it is to put money making online business in your pocket. That's it for me, guys. Go for it.
I don't think Google could handle it.
Well, I just want him just
it was slowing
saying
down.
those words. Imagine him on the phone or on your website selling and coaching. That passion. Imagine coaches working for your behalf. That is what we have here, and that's why I want him to come on here, because I want you to feel that passion, to see what he's involved and how much he's invested in this to help you succeed. He doesn't have to do this, you guys, okay? But we're in a position right now where you all have first movers advantage. You all have this momentum moving, okay? Come the 4th, ducks in the row, and doing what you have to do. Come the 8th, when this thing goes live, those of you that take action, I can't even tell you the. Not even going to put into words. Those of you that don't, I can't help you. Mark can't help you. Adam can't help you. But we're here today just to show you the system, get you excited, let you know the launch sequence. We are now the official accredited system for Empower Network. Finally, today that great news came. I just want to cheers to all of you. I appreciate all of you. And moving forward, we have a system we're going to get in your hands real soon. So, Adam, if you have any last words, let's go ahead and.
Yeah, I just answer a few questions.
Brother.
If you have like Skype or Facebook in the background, you should shut it down because you're cutting out pretty bad. But I'm going to answer a few questions that were just in the chat. I told you guys we're going to answer questions, so I'm just going to fire off and do a few of them, and then we'll end this thing. So first of all, Alex Z wants to challenge Mark Dale to an arm wrestling match, so we're going to have that go down in Orlando. So just so you're aware, everybody wants to see it in case you didn't see the chat. So first thing. And then I have one of the questions that a lot of people have is what's going to happen with the black membership, because the people that are paying the $39.95 now, what's going to happen when they go to the new system. So the way that we're going to do that is when you actually, on the 4th, when you go in and you activate your $97 coaching membership, that monthly membership that will allow you to use the coaches, then as soon as you get that membership activated, you just go right over to the Prosperity Team system or even iPass and just send in a support ticket that says, I just activated my $97 a month membership. Please cancel my membership that's in Prosperity Team. And our support team will take care of it. They'll cancel your membership in the other system, and they'll get it taken care of for you. So that's how it's going to work. It's a totally different system, so we have to start a brand new billing. We can't just upgrade your other membership. You just have to start the new membership, cancel the other one, good to go. So that's how that part's going to work. So if another question was, if someone signs up today, does the 30-day trial start today? No, because you can't sign up today. You sign up on September 4th. The 30-day trial starts on September 4th. We open the doors on the 8th. So basically you'll have the 4 days to get set up. You'll be on the trial at that point. And then on the 8th is when you'll actually be able to start promoting. You'll have your link and you can go out there and actually start making money. Another person asked, can we purchase traffic from now until the launch? Yes, you can. You can purchase whatever traffic you like. And as soon as we go live, you'll be able to start sending traffic to your page, and you'll be cool. So yeah, you can purchase traffic from now until the launch, and you should be good. So it's actually something that I recommend you do, just so you have all your ducks in a row and you're ready with your traffic on the day that we launch, so that you can start the contest on that day and just get cranking. So someone asked, I already signed up with an iPass 2 free account. Do I need to do anything else today to be a founding member? No, you don't. The only thing that you need to do today to be a founding member is get an iPass 2 free account. And one thing, and this is something we didn't mention, is the founding members actually get, obviously they get all those things for free. They get it for the free 30-day trial. They get the $97 for free. They also get a founding member price on the coaching. Okay, and right when we launch, the coaching will be $97 a month, but that price may go up. So you guys, we still have to kind of feel it out and see how much it's actually going to take to be able to pay the coaches. Right now we're just kind of going off of faith on the $97 a month that's going to be enough to pay them and bonus them. But eventually in the future that may have to go up just based on how much money actually ends up in the pool and how many coaches it takes to coach your people. If you're bringing in 100 people a day, $97 a month doesn't go very far paying a coach. We pay them very well just because they're very skilled and they're on the phone all day. And so we pay them very well. So eventually that price may go up for future members, but that's never going to go up for you. As a founding member, that $97 a month is locked in forever. So just so you guys are aware of that. If it goes up in the future, you'll never have to pay any more than $97 a month. Can we still promote the iPass 2 free link after tonight? Yes. The next week is all promoting iPass 2 free. Tomorrow there's going to be a brand new presentation inside the back office of iPass 2 free, and that's all you're going to be promoting for the next week. Get as many people into that membership as you possibly can, because then the day we launch, when their 30-day trial starts, that's residual income for you in 30 days. As soon as that trial is over, you're going to start making residual income from those people that you actually brought into the system, not to mention the Empower Network commissions you can make when they actually go through the success formula. So it's very powerful to get all these people in for free now with that super high converting pitch on the front. A free pitch is about as high converting as it can possibly get. So you can get as many people as you possibly can in now, and then they'll get into that back office, and if you're using a coach, they can get into those coaches' hands for free. They don't even have to buy anything. They can get right into a coach's hands. They can get upgraded. They're already qualified to sell the products, so they can start making money. So it's going to be some of the most valuable people that you ever have are the people that you bring in the next week that can actually get into that back office for free and get into a coach's hands. So I would recommend you go all out for the next week to get as many people back there as you possibly can. And that's it. I think that's all the questions that we had that were pressing. So I think we're good. You can close it out, Chris.
All right, let me close some windows down here. I think that's why we were having audio issues. Well, hey everyone, I just wanted to thank you all for coming on here. This has been a highly anticipated event. The launch is now, it's been announced. The date is solid. You all have been hearing my updates, seeing my video updates week after week with frustration because I never give you a date of launch. You say, Chris, shut up, give us a date, and I just keep stringing you along, don't I? Well, I'm going to tell you the 4th is right around the corner, and the 8th is even closer, right around that corner. And so the second you get your hands on the system, I just suggest you go through this with open eyes, pretending that you're a prospect yourself, a customer yourself. Some of you know this stuff already, but pretend you're not, like Mark said, so you can start to see how this is going to start to work for you and for your customers. We spent a lot of time working on the logic and just how this is going to work for somebody who's not skilled whatsoever or is a first-time internet entrepreneur out there. I don't care about you guys that already know what you're doing. You're going to make money anyway, all right? You're just going to make more of it here. But the person, I'm just kidding. I do care about you. I'm just teasing. But it's the small gap and the people that have struggled that we really want to break through, because I know you guys that have been doing this before are successful. It's just going to be easier. You're going to spend more time with your family and not worry about things. Whereas it's a new person that really needs to break through that first success. And if we can do that, and when we do that, we all win. And so that's why we spent so much time delaying, reshooting these videos and relanguaging and going after the trial. There's a reason for that. And I know something for a fact. If I would have launched this with Adam back 4 months ago, and we would have cut corners, and we would have had this presentation, I would have had a feeling in my gut, and that feeling would have been, gosh, I hope this works. Gosh, I hope this pans out. Well, you guys, I don't have that feeling in my stomach. You know what that feeling is? It's like, Mark, you better hold on because I'm sweating my ass off right now because I'm so excited about what's about to happen for you. I am so excited for you. So I know what's going to happen. We've tested this enough now, and I'm elated that you guys are here tonight, and I can't wait to see you all in Orlando. If you're not going to be in Orlando, get your butt there, because that is going to be an opportunity for you to meet your coach, for you to meet myself and Adam, the people behind iPass. And trust me, we're going to do some fun stuff as well. And I can't wait to see your testimonials and just shoot tons and tons of video with all of you. So with that, you guys have a great night. Appreciate all of you. And keep an eye on your email.
Cool. One last thing for me. I had a question from somebody. They asked if you need to be an Empower Network member to promote iPass 2 free. And the answer is tomorrow, no. Today, right now, you have to be an Empower Network member to go through the funnel and everything. But as soon as we have the new video up tomorrow, you actually are not going to have to enter an API key or anything to be able to promote. So if you're not an Empower Network member right now and you want to promote iPass 2 free, just wait until tomorrow. And when you log into the back office tomorrow, I would say by noon. If you log in there by noon tomorrow, then you won't have to be an Empower Network member to access it. You'll be able to grab your link, go out and promote up until the point we launch, and then once you get on the inside of the system, you can decide if you want to be an Empower Network member. And one more last thing, people are saying that the iPass 2 free link is getting blocked on Facebook. So if you don't want it to get blocked, then forward and get a domain and forward and mask your domain. So you just have to get your own domain and actually mask your domain, and then you can go out there and you can post it on Facebook. So just, if you're aware, it's been, iPass 2 Free has been up for like 9 months, and people have been posting it all over Facebook. So, it's bound to happen. So if, just go out there, forward and mask your domain. If you don't know how to do it, ask somebody in the Facebook group or search on Google. It's really easy. You just go to GoDaddy and you can get a domain and you can forward and mask it. So that'll help you guys that are having an issue.
I want to put a shout out to Anthony. Anthony's been here training our coaches. For those of you that are going to be using a coach, which I hope it's all of you, but he's been training nonstop. He's in the office here week after week, been training these guys, and just so you know, they're here training before we've even launched. So the last 6 months, they've been here hustling for you to get educated, and every time we change something, they hit their learn on us after we learn this. So the patience that he has shown as a leader, I'm telling you guys, you have somebody who's really amazing behind your business, and that's going to be very evident when you turn this thing on. So Anthony, I appreciate you, brother. Thanks for hanging in there, and lots of great things coming your way.
Hey, my pleasure, brother.
So
Thank
then,
you so much.
Adam.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Anthony's outstanding. Does a great job with the coaches. And Adam, I just wanted to make sure I heard you right. Did you say Alex Z challenged me to an arm wrestling contest?
Yeah. In Orlando, it's going down, brother.
Right. Yeah. Okay, look. That's probably going to happen, all right? I'm on for that. It's like waving a red flag in front of a bull, okay? So, Alex, I'll get to you on Facebook. Let's just say I totally accept the challenge, and we'll see how that goes. It should be fun, you guys. Thank you so much for tuning in. Much love from iPass headquarters here from Chris and I.
We'll see ya.
See you guys.
Later.